Chargers, taking on the Washington football team. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Wentz now on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. Nice footwork at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Wentz. And incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Kevin King there defensively.
Wentz to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The kick is good. Makes this Washington 3.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
39-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
For a Charger.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw again, Chamberlain under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The quarterback taken.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Left side, it's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Throwing on first down. Chamberlain. That is caught at the 7. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it. We'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 31, Wentz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And the Washington offense heading out. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley.
Number 20.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On play action, it's Wentz. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Wentz now on 1st down. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Roughing the passer, defense.
We looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Washington first down.
They run. It's Gurley. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
31. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
To throw is Wentz, and he finds McCoy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Washington.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
47-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now Tomlinson on first and 10. Give the tackle to Terrell Lewis. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Washington.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line.
Second down.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now this one complete on the slant route.
Wentz's pass.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
12-yard gain.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 46. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 10-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw on 3rd down. Chamberlain going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line of game.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
1st and goal, Washington.
From the gun, it's Wentz. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Calvin Ridley as the first half is winding down.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we have reached halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Washington 10.
So the Chargers will start the 2nd half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 20-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Carried by number 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground. Tomlinson, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Again, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Derwin James on the coverage.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down.
That was slant to McLaurin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Working from the gun, Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Washington.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 21-yard line.
Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? is offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz under pressure again, and down he goes again.
5 yards.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big hitter there. First down gain of 26 yards.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. Taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Tomlinson again, a first down carry. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Chidobe Awuzie on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4. At the
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 29. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a handoff looking right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Michael Badgley on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Chargers, they get